Never let what your right hand does to your left hand do. Repetition from my left hand, so don't focus on the next man, cause the next man gotta deal with the death of a next hand, though. Blessings to the next man, though.
Okay, what's up, party people? I'm John McNeil, and this is Unpeeled. Today I'm joined by
Patrik, the writer of songs.
the writer of songs. What type of songs do you do?
They are a wide genre of songs, so I can't really classify them yet, but it's up to the public to decide, so yeah.
And she loves the way it goes, and before they even know, they're back to playing decent roles. I don't think that there's love no more, but he loves it when she stays.
It's up to the public. So public, right now, we're going to go to a poll live. We're just going to fill you guys in on our little joke. We think we're news anchors right now, so it's brought to you by Patrik today. So right now, you've dropped a new single, Lone, off of your newest EP, Spadina.
Yeah.
Okay, walk us through the decision to name it Spadina first.
So I call this Spadina.
Iconic Toronto.
Exactly,
Yeah.
like it's the hub of downtown Toronto, and like Queen Street's also very familiar with the place as well. So like there are intersections that are very important to the downtown scenery, and I grew up on Spadina and Queen, and so I felt it was a good opportunity to talk about myself, talk about the people around me, the experiences I had, and the best way to do that was by creating songs that were descriptive of that. And right now that's what I'm doing. There's still a lot of songs that are going to be transitioning, whether they're going to be on the EP or not. I haven't really told everybody all that information yet, but
So you have it limited to the amount of tracks.
exactly. So like right now, me and my team, we're kind of nitpicking. It's like picking the kids in on the dodgeball team. You know, it's like you get picked first, you get picked first, you get picked first.
So
you're gonna
are you
be
working
last.
at like front and going to Queen? Like that's. I'm
It's,
just
no,
playing,
it's, yeah, seriously though. I mean, right now I'm working on trying to find the right songs that flow together from a content perspective, from a perspective, and just from like a vibe perspective. And then from there, it's gonna be like a process of elimination, and then we'll select to see which ones are good and which ones aren't.
Cool.
Yeah.
So leading with Lone, is that that's the feel you're going towards right now, or is that just one of the tidbits?
I think it's kind of like an intro to some of the vibes that will be on the EP. I think Lone is the best way to start off talking about myself, facing myself.
Yeah, tell people about that.
Yeah, so Lone is a super awesome song produced by Retro. Shout out to my gang member. Shout out to Amit for engineering it. And the song is just more about myself. It's just about me facing certain things that I had going on in my life and being unashamed and not being a coward to face them, and I was able to tell them to myself, and so that's what the song is. And the EP is kind of gonna be a follow-up of those things, as well as other people's perspective, and so that's what's gonna be like.
Cool.
Yeah.
And so you're Montreal born, Toronto raised.
Yep.
So here's a question I want to throw to you. I've never asked an artist that is bilingual.
Yeah.
What language do you dream in?
Ooh.
No, because I only speak one language, so I only dream in it.
I don't know. I'd have to ask Leonardo DiCaprio in Inception to figure it out for me. But I would say French. I think. Yeah. But I think in English though. Yeah, I dream in French, think in English.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's like subtitles under, and like my mouth moves before the words, so it's like super cool. It could be Japanese as well. You never know. So.
Or is that something you want to conquer? Going to Japan?
Honestly, I do want to go to Japan.
Yeah.
I think Japan is the hub and mecca of pop culture, especially in the fashion world, and I think a lot of North American trends actually come from Japan. We just don't ever admit to it actually being from there. Well done, bro. He's a feature, guys.
Yeah, we gotta get him signed off. So I gotta ask something too. We were talking about this as your team's coming together. I'm like, rock can learn a lot from hip hop right now because you had your buddy there. He was going canvassing for you, and then your other friend is going to CMW for you, so you can concentrate on your art. Like that's mind blown. Coming like I was a rock artist for a long time, but my mind's blown because we hustle by ourselves, and you've got a team working for you. Is that like?
It's freaking.
That's just amazing.
Yeah, it's freaking.
To have that support.
It is super cool. Like I think my biggest problem before was I was always trying to do things by myself, and then I met a lot of great people like Remy, Sean, Arash, Troy, and then getting to work with like Indoor Recess, like shout out to Ola. and just like the different people I've had the opportunity to meet, I think it's more them than it is me, because they see this opportunity.
They believe in you.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think you'd want to be with a group of people that don't believe in you, right? But at the same time, like, I got to believe in myself more than they believe in myself. And so I think this is like the most humbling part of this whole experience. It's like reminding that it's not just me. I think it's everybody else around me that is such a vital point to where I'm going to grow.
It's cool to work with friends and people that support you. It creates camaraderie, and you have a common goal. You know, to tackle this music industry together.
It's really awesome.
All hands on deck.
All hands on deck. And like the coolest thing is, like, since I moved to Montreal, I have like OG, who's my manager out there, who's like working with me and stuff there, who's the videographer in charge of all direction and stuff. And my boy Dede, shout out to him as well. And like you got Remy, who's just relentlessly running around Toronto, doing all these things.
It's crazy.
We get into it like in our WhatsApp group. We have this WhatsApp group. We're just always like talking about all this stuff, and like I get at Remy so much, and then everybody's just like going back and forth, and it's awesome.
WhatsApp groups where they're typically used for like soccer moms and scheduling their kids' soccer practices.
I need you there for 7:30 with 17 sliced oranges.
That's it.
ASAP.
And so, on the double.
Yeah, and then
it's free.
And then it's cool for me because like I'll always have these moments where I'm like, I want to put this music out, and they're like, no, like, and I'm like, no, like I'm the artist. I'm just like, bro, shut up, like we're all doing this together, like nice try, you know. And so that is like unbelievably the best feeling.
For that song, you're gonna have to go under a different moniker. Like it's not fitting this brand.
Yeah, we'll like just recently, we just submitted a new song, and I had to send 5 different versions because like 2 thought one was good, I thought one was good, and then one was just like, no, like I need to submit this, and and it's like fudge. It's like,
so in the collective, what's the final say?
The final say, definitely they give me the verbatim of like having the final say, but they know that
they bring things to your attention. Like, did you hear this? And you're like,
exactly,
man, I should have heard that.
No, and that's what makes our team good, you know, because everybody's gonna have a different ear, and I think it'd be selfish of me to not take that stuff into consideration. And so
attention, rock and roll.
Rock and roll. I love you guys, man. I've been a huge rock fan. I'm not a fan of country, I will admit strongly, but no, rock. No, man, rock, like rock, pop rock, all that stuff. Rock is a huge influence on.
You just don't see it. Everybody's not as, you know, inclusive, or they're very exclusive, where they want to take all the credit for everything, and they keep people out. And I've been telling artists, I'm like, you need help. Like, you need to get out there and be a part of a community of people.
That's weird, because I see for me, I don't want to say, the one thing I value so much about rock and roll, I think, is no one performs like rock stars, you know? And so there's
on a good show.
And I feel like whereas in hip hop you need a lot of props to kind of build up the stage, right? Whereas rock influenced artists and musicians, they kind of go like right off the bat, and
you just got to put something in your hands. Then.
For real, sparkle Bon Jovi on my hand and just get on stage. But for me, it's like that's what's always made me want to perform the way I perform, like jumping around and hairs all over the place, like screaming into a mic. It comes from that high influence, right? So it's cool. Like I think you're giving me a perspective and definitely humbling one where like I refuse to now just do things by myself. I really think that it should be like that.
We meet with a lot of different people, and I don't see this level of camaraderie. Like
that's
I don't.
Cool. Hey, shout out to X10, man. The whole movement's freaking awesome.
Your whole crew.
Thank you.
The support system is what most artists need. And other artists need other artists as well. You got to form your own community and blow that up before anyone's going to hear any of you.
It's true. I think it's difficult sometimes for artists to work with other artists. Just I know for me, I have like not issues, but I'm very careful who I work with, just because people specifically focus a lot more on a certain kind of content, whereas I'm really not into that content. And so it's always about finding the right people who match that, or they have a difference that you can learn from. And so there's a lot of people that I'm going to be working on, whether it's for this EP or just for singles we're putting out. There are going to be a lot of different people that bring something different, I think, that I can learn from, or hopefully something that I can teach them as well.
Or they can learn from you.
Exactly. You know?
That's it.
Hey, iron sharpens iron, man. That's straight up. Yeah.
So people are going to find out more information about you online. Where are they going?
Okay, so what you guys are going to do right here, all right, we're here live from the X10 broadcast with the homies at Unpeeled. So if you want to find any of my music or anything that is pertaining myself, look up at X10PK, at X10PK. That's all social media.
It's gonna pop right up.
So
Yeah. Follow this.
That's freaking awesome. And so, yeah, and if you guys have any questions, always look in the links on all my social media. You can contact my management. If you want any type of merch that's extent related, same thing as well. And get with the movement. Stay positive, you know. It's a wonderful life we have. It's short, but it's awesome. Thank you, sir.
He's in it. He made the cut. Just made it. Like, it was ending, and he was like, I got to get mine.
It's the grade 6 basketball team, guys. You're just right there.
You're right there.
Right there.
Right there. You made the bench. Thanks so much for your time,
Thank you, man.
All right. Peace out, party people.
Blessings to the next man, go.